Yo, people. Okay, this is something I wanted to talk about for a while. And, yeah, it just sort of makes sense to talk about it now. It's not like I'm not going to go in depth with it. Keep it basic. I like to do... My point with my videos is like, I had this epiphany that they're seeds of truth. People can do hour-long, 2-hour-long videos, like they're great if you've got the time and energy to put into this, but my whole thing is about seeds of truth. And just putting out little bits there to expand people's consciousness, to expand people's thinking, to open their minds, open their third eye, open their heart, start thinking in different ways and opening more possibilities and perception. But this one, what I want to talk about now is 666, the mark of the beast. Now, obviously, we all grow up with horror movies and whatever else. 666 is like the mark of the devil, blah, 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 blah. Well, it is the mark of the beast. It is the mark of humans, because 666 represents our lower selves, our carnal mind. And this is what 666 represents. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. In numerology, you cancel down. So unless it's a master number like 11, 22 or 33, you get to 18. So 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 represents consciousness in numerology. So this is what the mark of the beast is. It's not some like big devil thing that's going to come. It's fucking you. It's you. It's us. It's us. It's our lower nature, our lower selves. This is before we've been, quote unquote, born again or reached a higher consciousness or, reached Christ consciousness, which is another thing. Christ consciousness. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But it's like, yeah, this is what this is. Like, this isn't some like, this is the human thing. And like, now I'm not expert on the biblical prophecy of that, but the mark of the devil is literally our lower selves, and that is something. And this is another thing with him, the love and light community. They'll tell you to get rid of the mark of the devil. They'll tell you to get rid of the mark of the beast. And that isn't the point either. So and this is how they fuck with it on many levels. It's like the point is, as Jesus says, as the allegory of Jesus says in the Bible, Satan, get behind me. So 666 is Satan, and that is our lower selves, our lower nature, our carnal mind before we've opened our minds, opened our hearts, raised our consciousness, been born again, reached Christ consciousness. This is the point to this. This is us. But we're not supposed to. This is the yin and the yang, the dark and the light. And when we reach that point, we balance. We balance the two. And this is the point. You're not supposed to get rid of, like the love and light New Age community say, you're not supposed to get rid of your lower nature. You're supposed to, Satan, get behind me. You're supposed to have it in control. Because if someone is having a go at you and, for instance, and it triggers you and you fucking lose it and blah, 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 then they've controlled you. You know what I mean? So you're not in control of your lower nature. And, obviously you see this with people. For example, if you go to a pub and people get in fights all the time when they're drunk because someone stares at their bird or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're not in control. They've not mastered their lower nature. But that's not to say if someone grabs their fucking bird and starts doing some serious shit that they shouldn't use their lower nature. Do you know what I mean? This is the point to this. It's like, if you just get rid of your lower nature and someone does grab your fucking bird and whatever, you gotta fucking defend that. So the point is, or your mate or whatever it is, do you know what I mean? It's like, the point is that there's a lower nature there for a reason. But if you're not in control of it, and if it's not only used when necessary, then you're in trouble. And this is the mark of the beast. And this is the beast. We are the beast and we are the divine being. you know, and we walk around in balance, and that is when we are in the balance, and that is when we are, as the Buddhist said, the middle path. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and Christ consciousness is Christ consciousness. So this is when we've reached that position of understanding that we are all Jesus that is within us, that is an allegorical character based on the sun, because the sun is in the sky and also within us. As above, so below. It's all astrology, astrotheology. So once we've reached this middle path, once we've balanced ourselves, once we've opened our heart, opened our mind, opened our crown chakra, we reach Christ consciousness. And this can be attained by anybody. It's within us all. But of course, most people will not attain this, because most people won't go on the journey, and most people won't even, in their lifetime, won't even be aware of this. So like, if you're aware of this, then you're on the journey. You know what I mean? It's like, this is the thing. So it's like, I just wanted to put that out there. So like, you know, yeah, two things I was talking about, which tie into the same thing, basically. So like, you know, being in control. And this is what all, obviously, martial arts teach, boxing, all fighting teaches them to be in control. If you're a boxer, you don't go out in the streets beating people up. You're in control. You're never going to do that, because you're in the ring, and then you release your beast in the ring. But outside, you're in control, and if they're not in control, then they're not a good boxer or martial artist or whatever else. And that's why they teach that. Do you know what I mean? That's to harness the beast, to harness the energy, control. And this is the ego, and this is being in control of your ego, riding the ego. Put a saddle on it. It's a horse. It's a wild horse. Put a saddle on it, tame it, ride it, control it. You control your ego. You've mastered yourself. Not everybody masters their self. Anyway, I thought I'd just drop that stuff. Peace.